If you're one of the people that had scarification marks, what we call gbere in Yoruba, and you are alive today, I think you should just kneel down and check your stars wherever you are, because a lot of people have died because of scarification marks. And you know, in culture, I don't know about other cultures, but Yoruba people would usually give scarification marks for anything. So if a child convulses, instead of them to look for why the child is convulsing and treat it, they will go and get scarification marks. If they suspect that the child has some evil spirits running after him or her, they'll get scarification marks. Anything, in fact, if a child is sick, like once you are sick today, next week you are sick, after 3 months you are sick, you go and get scarification marks. And this has caused a lot of problems for children. Why? A lot of times, these blades that they used to do these cuts, they are not even sterile. I don't know about now, because now, you know, there are some woke people that do this thing and they say, oh, we use new blade, we'll buy the new blade and we take it there. So they make the cuts and then they put the herbs and everything. So yes, sterility apart, right? Okay. Some children actually have bleeding disorders that you don't know about because you have not done any major cuts on them. You wouldn't know that they actually have bleeding disorders. So you give them a small cut and then the thing decides not to stop bleeding. And then the child, in fact, I had a case where the child actually bled to death. When we brought the child to the hospital, the child was paper white. Before we could source for blood and all that, the child was gone within 5 minutes of arriving at the hospital. So yes, a child can actually bleed to death from scarification marks. And that's not me even talking about infections. We are in a tropical environment if you're in Nigeria. And you know that infections are actually very, very common in this part of the world. And one of those terrible, terrible infections is tetanus. You know, when you come in this century, in this age and time, 2026, and you are still seeing children with tetanus, then you know that there is something wrong with us as a country. And this is one of the ways that babies actually get tetanus, and even children, adults, get tetanus from scarification marks. So please, if your child has any problem, convulsion, fever, recurrent illnesses and all that, please take this child to the hospital. Stop taking laws into your hands. That it was culturally acceptable for our grandparents and great-great-grandfathers and ancestors does not mean that it's culturally or even health-wise acceptable these days. I think your child's health is way, 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 way more important than what the culture says.